Good evening and welcome to NewsNight. Tonight we will have all your international, national, and local news. I'm your graduating senior, Ethan Erwinski. A developing story involving Israel and Lebanon as Israel strikes Lebanon, killing and injuring several people. Plus, Pope Leo and President Trump continue to go back and forth, making comments about each other. Hear what Pope Leo had to say recently about the president. All this and more for the final time this semester, coming up on NewsNight. Hungary has just elected a new prime minister, marking a rejection of the far-right party that has led the country for 16 years. Peter Magyar, a former member of the ruling party, won an overwhelming victory against the country's longtime prime minister, Viktor Orban. Magyar's party will also hold 135 seats in the parliament, while Orban's will only hold 55. The upset victory comes after years of political corruption in the country, with Magyar coming to prominence after a scandal in 2024 where the Hungarian government under Orban pardoned an official who covered up the abuse of underage boys at an orphanage. Magyar spoke out against the administration and began rallying people to support a new government that turned out successful, with this election having the largest voter turnout since the fall of communism in the country in the 90s. Magyar told supporters the Knights of a Victory, quote, "We did it together. We overthrew the Hungarian regime," end quote. Some of his major policies he campaigned on include economic stabilization, along with rebuilding relationships with the EU and NATO. The U.S. and Iran ceasefire has not seen any change or agreement just yet, and a developing story is taking place as Israel has struck Lebanon, resulting in deaths and injuries taking place. Reporter Leslie Krebs has the developing story. Leslie, what are the details?
This past Friday's ceasefire agreement discussions between Vice President J.D. Vance and U.S. officials, as well as Iranian officials mediated by Pakistan, led to no further agreement or improvement regarding easing tensions between nations. After the discussions, Vance said the Iranians said, quote, "have chosen not to accept our terms," end quote. Meanwhile, Iran's Mohammad Bagher Khalibaf, a speaker from Iran's parliament, stated the U.S., quote, "was unable to gain the trust of the Iranian delegation, and now it must decide whether it can earn our trust or not," end quote. 2 days later on Sunday, President Trump made the announcement that the U.S. will begin blocking ships in the Strait of Hormuz, starting at 10 a.m. on Monday. This threat was in retaliation for Iran slowly and nearly stopping the export of precious materials like oil, which is taking the toll on U.S. soil. The U.S. Navy stated they will not stop or delay any ships from non-Iranian ports, making it clear this is intended to make a lasting impact on Iran. In connection with the Iran war, Israel just bombed the southern region of Lebanon on Tuesday. 2 citizens were killed by the airstrike, with 6 others being injured as a result. One of the deaths was that of a Red Cross member who was injured while carrying out another injured person. He died as a result of his injuries from the strike. Israel claims these strikes were just another attempt against Hezbollah members, which they believe to be found in that area. However, healthcare and aid workers have been the recipient of over 100 attacks by Israel. As of today, Trump announced that he reached a ceasefire agreement between the U.S., Lebanon, and Israel after meeting with Lebanon's President Joseph Aoun and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This agreement only lasts 10 days and started a little over just 1 hour ago. Trump is confident this agreement will lead to further peaceful discussions and an end to the war. Iran and its officials are also remaining, quote, "cautiously optimistic regarding further discussions and negotiations to finding an end to the war." For the last time, back to the desk, Ethan.
Thank you, Leslie. Now, Pope Leo and President Trump continue to push back at each other and continue making comments to the media in regards to one another. Reporter Becca Trulich has the details in the Pope's recent comments. Becca?
Pope Leo XIV pushed back Monday on President Donald Trump's broadside against him over the U.S.-Israel war in Iran, telling reporters that the Vatican's appeal for peace and reconciliation are rooted in the gospel and that he doesn't fear the Trump administration. Pope Leo said, quote, "to put the same message on my plane as what the president has attempted to do here, I think is not understanding the message of the gospel. And I'm sorry to hear, but I will continue on what I believe is the mission of the church in the world today," end quote. History's first U.S.-born pope said he was not directly targeting Trump or anyone, but called for peace and criticized the, quote, delusion of omnipotence that fueled the Iran war and other conflicts around the world.
Thanks, Becca. Coachella, one of the country's largest music festivals, took over Indio, California this past weekend with music and art performances from a wide range of artists. The festival, known for its high-profile musicians and its high ticket prices, hosted its Weekend One performances, which included artists such as Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, 9 Inch Nails, Young Thug, and many more. However, just like every year, some things did not go according to plan. Wind was a major issue on the first 2 days, leading to the cancellation of Enima's world premiere set of Eden, an audiovisual art project. Numerous videos also showed people's tents fly away in the middle of the night due to wind. This year's festival sold out within 3 days of the lineup being announced, an uptick in ticket sales from previous years, where tickets took multiple months to sell out. Even if you missed last weekend, don't worry, 7 of the 8 stages will be live streamed in their entirety for weekend 2 of the festival. You can find the full schedule on their website, Coachella.com/YouTube livestream. Now we'll head over to Jake, where lawmakers in Tennessee are making changes in regards to violent threats within school districts in the area. First and last time reporter Jake Bell has the details on the potential bill signing taking place. Jake?
Some changes will be made regarding violence threats in Tennessee school districts. Lawmakers in the state have passed the legislation over the past week to correct charges against school children based on jokes about violence without the true intent on doing so. According to ProPublica, minors as young as 6 were charged with a felony, with another case being a teenager with a disability who told their teacher that if anyone were to touch their book bag, it would explode. The police searched the bag only to find a stuffed bunny. The student was still arrested and charged with making threats of violence, with the case still ongoing. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee is projected to sign the bill, with State Representative Clay Dodgett speaking on the matter, saying, quote, "They know these kids. They're with them every day in and day out, and they can recognize what is credible and who has the means, the motive, the opportunities to accomplish these threats," end quote. With impending and settled lawsuits in Tennessee school districts, this is something that lawmakers look to settle sooner than later.
Coming up after the break, a former Pittsburgh Pirates All-Star has passed away at the age of 76. Plus, hear about the future plans of a famous restaurant expanding into the Great Lakes region, including here in the city of Pittsburgh. NewsNight will be right back. Welcome back. A car has crashed over a hillside in the city's Braddock neighborhood. Reporter Juliana Brock has the information. Jules?
That's right, Ethan. 4 people were taken to the hospital after a vehicle crashed over a hillside in Braddock Hills. Dispatch was called to the 1500 block of Brenton Road around 4 a.m. to find a white SUV on its side. No further information has been released, as well as the cause of the crash, but the conditions of those injured in the crash are also unknown.
Thanks, Jules. A former Pittsburgh Pirates All-Star has passed away. Reporter Anthony Durzo has the details. Durzo?
Former Pittsburgh Pirates player Phil Garner has died, and he's being remembered by the MLB as, quote, the heart and soul of the Pittsburgh Pirates' 1979 World Series winning team. Earning the nickname Scrap Iron, the Texas native made his MLB debut in 1970 with the Oakland Athletics. In '77, he was traded to the Pirates and hit 17 home runs that season. In '79, Garner hit 11 home runs and 59 RBIs, a strong proponent for the Pirates winning their 4th World Series. He would stay with the Pirates until '81 when he went to the Houston Astros and later played for the Los Angeles Dodgers and San Francisco Giants until he retired in '88. Garner was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in February of 2024. His family announced Sunday that he passed overnight surrounded by family. Phil Garner was 76 years old.
Thank you, Durzo. A famous restaurant is making its way to the city of Pittsburgh next year. Reporter Robert Fornataro has the details on what to expect. Robert?
Thanks, Ethan. And Pittsburgh food, as we all know, is a staple for the region. And in 2027, for the first time, the world's most secretive and renowned critic is going to be giving us Yinzers a chance to claim a star. Last Wednesday, the Michelin Guide introduced its plan to expand into the Great Lakes region, with Cleveland, Detroit, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, and Milwaukee included in the invitation. Visit Pittsburgh, the organization developing a partnership with the Guide, said this marks a promising moment for Pittsburgh's culinary scene. President and CEO Gerard Bashar said, quote, our chefs and restaurateurs have been building a vibrant food scene for years, and this recognition will help attract new visitors, support local hospitality jobs, and strengthen Pittsburgh's reputation as an exciting culinary destination for taste-driven travelers.
Thank you, Robert. SGA continued its discussion on creating a new accessibility guide this past Monday. Grace Smith, the coordinator for diversity, equity, inclusion, and wellness, led a discussion with the Senate body on the topic. This includes developing new guidelines that are more inclusive for students with mental disabilities and illnesses, along with other physical impairments. The goal of this project will also be to include resources for mental health in the Pittsburgh area, along with dining and grocery stores in the region that accommodate for allergies or are dealing with food insecurity. To watch the full meeting, you can view it along with past meetings on YouTube at Point Park SGA. Well, the sun and warm temperatures have been feeling really nice lately. I wonder if this amazing weather will stick around. A warm welcome back to a very special reporter that came back to report on NewsNight for the very last time. Kalyan, take it away.
Thanks, Ethan. It's time to bust out that spring clothing and maybe keep it out, as today is going to be very warm. Some might say even hot, which makes my choice of long sleeves not the greatest. Today is going to be in the low 80s to high 70s with the wind gusts around 10 miles per hour or lower. So if you want to take a nighttime stroll, this would be the perfect time to do it. Not too much sun out today, but the cloudiness kind of brings a good atmosphere to the day, with the low going to be in around 59 degrees, a little bit high 50s and low 60s. So enjoy the weather at Point Park. Now on to weekly weather. The 80-degree temperatures will stick around for tomorrow with a high of 84, but the temperatures will dip down into the 50s into the night. The weekend forecast ahead will have the 50-degree weather continue into next week, with Sunday and Monday night temperatures reaching down into the 30s. The temperature starts to climb back up into the 60s and 70s starting on Tuesday, but the sun that we will see throughout the weekend will start to go away on Wednesday. Wednesday's clouds will continue into Thursday with a chance of rain and a high of 69 degrees. Well, my Point Park career had just ended. This is Kalyan Winder for the last time for UV Television. Now, after 4 years, it's finally your time in the spotlight, Ethan. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Kalyan. And it is that time to give the senior speech that every graduating producer of this show has given. I actually feel excited. We'll see if that feeling lasts. We'll see if that feeling lasts by the time I'm done. I've told this story a million times, but I was insane about picking where I would go to school. I made giant charts, did way too many overcomplicated equations for calculating tuition, and went way overboard. I came to Point Park with the mindset of, if I don't like it, I'll move to this college in the middle of the woods that was like more of a normal state school. I am so thankful that I stayed here, and UView is the reason that I did. Arriving at this school, producing was my sole goal, and here I am with 3 years under my belt, a whole election show produced, a Golden Quill Award, and some of the greatest people and friends I could possibly ask for. This is everything I could have wanted and more. And what's next? I'm not entirely sure, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared out of my mind. I've dedicated my life to this school, to this TV station, and it's scary to be finally moving past it. Will any of it have been worth it? Will I miss being constantly asked to fix some tech thing? Will I look back at this moment and be thankful I became so ingrained here that I became one of Dale's light bulb changers? I feel like it's impossible to accurately reflect on my experience when I'm in the moment. If it was actually worth it, what I'm going to end up missing, and what moments I'll think on 10, 20, 40 years from now. So, all I'm able to do is try and appreciate what I can in the moment. Let the future take its course, and no matter what, remember that these moments here at UView, with all of you, are special. I appreciate every single person here that I've ever interacted with. Thank you for being the primary reason my time at college was fantastic. I hope and am begging I don't forget about you and can continue to work at being your friends. And there are a few people specifically I'd like to thank. Zoe. I've told you this before, but my goal my freshman year was essentially to become you. As a little freshman, I looked up to you and just thought you were the coolest person ever. And I was also so nervous to ever speak to you. Now, though, I would describe us as kind of friends, and I have somewhat fulfilled my goal to become you. A 3-year producer of NewsNight, someone that people look up to at UView, and I even have the exact same internship as you where you're my boss. I didn't get the station manager part, but honestly, I'm thankful for that one. Thank you, Jules, for taking that. I cannot thank you enough for being so supportive of freshman me, being so willing to support and push me even when I was too scared to apply for a board position. Your encouragement truly changed my life, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Nick, I am so happy that I get to call you my friend. As you said in your graduation speech on Newsnight, we are the same person, and it seems that's gotten even more true with time. From still loving local news to somehow both loving the same obscure transit YouTubers, I don't really know how that happened. I have so much fun whenever we get to hang out. On top of that, though, I really do admire you. You have worked so hard to get where you are. In the midst of all that you do and did, you have still found the time to support and help me. I am so thankful for our friendship, and I hope it flourishes in the future. Grace, genuinely, you are one of the most supportive people in my life, and I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done for me. Getting closer with you, telling in-jokes, bonding over the numerous amount of Josh Wolf classes we've had together, producing Newsnight, and learning how to lead people with you. It has all been so much fun, and I've loved every single second of it. I'm so happy I've gotten to share these moments with you, and I desperately hope that we continue to talk after we graduate. I value our friendship, and I'm so happy I've gotten to be by your side for the past 4 years. Thank you. Kalian, I expected, as I think you did, to be doing this speech with you at my side. The moment we both arrived on campus, something just clicked between us. We both had the same mentality of wanting to give this TV station our all, and holy shit did we do it. Working on that 2022 election show with you was so much fun, and it solidified just how much I admire you. Both of us working together our entire college careers, both of us becoming producers of Newsnight, both of us producing Help the 2024 election show, it felt like we were unstoppable because we were together. So the fact that we weren't able to graduate together kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. But let me say this, I am so proud of you, and I'm so proud to call you my friend. I feel so lucky that I was able to spend my time at Point Park with you. Without you, who knows where I'd be. From spending time in the P-Suite ranting about work to filming packages together and editing together, even if I kind of edited them and you watched, to being able to hang out in our dorm together, spending our limited amount of time at college together. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you for everything you have done for me. It feels appropriate to start talking about the producers who will lead this show next year together, because Jeff and Angelo, you kind of came together at Point Park together, at least from my perspective. Meeting you both in our multicam production class, which was probably the best class I've taken at Point Park, I can immediately tell that you are both going to excel if you came to Point Park. And arrive to the school you did and flourish is absolutely what both of you have done. Jeff, you are so funny and have fallen so swiftly into this position. Getting to produce with you, kind of forcing you to film SGA with me so it wasn't by myself, it has been so much fun and I've loved every second. I'd be lying if I didn't say I kind of knew you were going to be a producer halfway through the first semester. You had and still have the perfect spark for this role, and you're way nicer than I am, which will probably serve you well the next 2 years. I know how scary it may seem, but I promise you are going to be okay, and I have full confidence in you making the show better than ever. Angelo, It's kind of insane how into producing you already are. Even as someone who is in a totally different major from hard news, you accepted this role and have flourished. From being willing to do this crazy reformatting of the show I kind of propose, to picking up when I totally haven't slacked on my roles for the week. I'm always amazed at the work you put out. I am so excited to see what you accomplish the rest of your career. Take a moment, breathe, and take this show and make it your own and make it as good as possible. NewsNight is going to be perfectly fine under both of your hands. I have no doubts about that. I know it's a little anxiety-inducing. It's the same way I felt, oh, I kicked my paper. It's the same way I felt every time a producer before me left. But NewsNight continues, and it has only improved every year. I have no fear that you will continue that trend. Everyone here, Jules, Leslie, Anthony, Elena, Robert, Savannah, Devin, Jake Bell, and Plines, Matt, Becca, Danny, Abby, Aiden, Gabby, Annabella, Ava, Alyssa, Berkeley, Ruthie, Chandler, Sophia, Cora, Sam, and anyone else I may miss, especially Dale. The future, thank you very much. You saw the corner of it there. All right, the future is scary. With how often I report on politics, not everything looks exactly bright right now. What I do know, though, is that every single person here is fully capable of being the best version of themselves. This school will try to beat that out of you. Do not let it. I have absolutely zero doubt that everyone here will end up flourishing. And I hope everyone will be better than I was. It has been my honor to play even the smallest part in helping you all become the best version of yourselves you can be. You are all fantastic people who are fantastic at your job. Continue to push yourselves and be the best version of yourself you can be. It is possible, you can do it, so do it. Thank you everyone so much for helping me be the person I am today. I wouldn't trade this experience for anything, and I hope I will cherish this time, my memories with all of you for the rest of my life. The sad speech is done. My hands are actually cold rather than sweaty. That's weird. But do not go away just yet. After the break, myself and my fellow seniors are going to be watching our senior video. Stay tuned.
It's a tough crowd.
Welcome back. And now, the senior video.
Hi, I'm Brianne Cupp.
My name is Isaac Graves.
My name is Robert Fornatero.
Hi, I'm Leslie Krebs.
My name is Anthony Durzo.
Hi, my name is Jules Brock.
Hello, my name is Colleen Winder.
My name is Ethan Rowinski. I was kind of obsessed with UView before I even became a student at Point Park. I was so obsessive about picking my colleges. I had a whole whiteboard with like, what's the calculated increased cost of every single school. Really insane about it, but I remember going through Point Park's website and finding UView and finding it so intriguing that as a freshman I could jump in and do this TV station. And since I already had kind of years of experience in live TV at that point through the church I used to go to, that was kind of like one of the main motivators. So I was very much one of the students that was like the first week I was here. I'm doing every single show. I'm reporting behind the scenes, yada, yada. Me and Kalyan Winder, we ended up reporting for a Summer Lee rally. Bernie Sanders was there, all within the first couple weeks of us being in UView, because I was just like, I'm going to do every single thing. Thanks, Kalyan. Similar to this week in the sense that most of the highs lie in the mid-60s. The only exception is that stubborn 56. I think it's right. There'll be a little precipitation throughout the week. Watch out for Thursday as there are expected storms. As we enter into October, we are fully reaching consistent fall weather, and it seems that summer is truly behind us.
I first started UView very beginning of my freshman year. Actually, I came into college, Point Park specifically, for UView. When I started applying to colleges, I knew I wanted to go to Point Park just so I can jump headfirst into their extracurriculars, which was UView. So I attended the first meeting. I didn't do the media tour, but I immediately fell in love. That's when I met Juliana Brock. It was fantastic, and I immediately started hosting Daybreak. I think that was my first episode I did here. So yeah, always wanted to be a part of UView, and I'm just so proud that I got to be an integral part to this station.
I first started UView my freshman year. I came to the interest meeting. I sat next to Kay, and Danny sat in front of me, and that was the day that Kay and I decided that we were gonna host together one day, which was the blossom of something amazing. And honestly, UView was one of the main reasons why I came to Point Park. I didn't know, I really wasn't sure where I was going to go, but when I heard about UView and the program here, that was the deciding factor for coming here. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our very first Daybreak of the semester.
Yes, our matching
outfit. Everyone buckle up, because this week we have some stories from furry friends arriving on campus, the superstars arriving in the Berg.
We'll also PolitiSmack this week's political news with reporter Addison Deal. Not only that, but we're also joined in studio by reporter Brandon Krasowski to keep you filled in on anything we missed.
I first started UView at the fall 2022 interest meeting, and I still have an iconic picture of Addison Deal taking a selfie with all of us in the background. And we were such babies back then, and now we're all old seniors. It's crazy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Joey Musser.
And I'm Anthony Durza, studio reporters ready to give you all you need to know about what's been going on in the Berg this week.
Make sure you stick around to catch up on Steelers season during Sam's Sideline Slice with reporter Samuel Parator.
And PolitiSmack's This Week Political News with reporter Addison Deal.
I first started UView my sophomore year. Freshman year, I was still figuring things out and had absolutely no idea what I was going to do. And then by sophomore year, I had figured things out, and I heard from Kalyan actually how to join UView, and I came here.
The beginning of fall could not look more like summer. This past week, we've experienced temperatures reaching up to the mid and high 80s, and that's still the case for tomorrow's forecast as well. Tomorrow's temperature is going to reach a high of 84 degrees. Throughout the day, there will be beautiful sunshine and very minimal cloud coverage.
So I first started UView, I remember it vividly, it was in October of 2023. So this was my freshman year that I came here because I'm graduating a little bit early, so I don't get as much time as these other seniors get. But I am very grateful for the time that I did get to have here. I started, like I said, in October of 2023. The first show that I came to was Entertainment on Point. I was very nervous and very scared. It was one of the first clubs or organizations that I showed up to and showed interest in. Thanks, Miss Alexis. Kylie Jenner dabbled into politics earlier this week when she voiced her opinion in the ongoing conflict between Palestine and Israel. On October 7th, Jenner took to social media to show her support for Israel by sharing a post by pro-Israel account at Stand With Us on Instagram. The post said, quote, "Now and always we stand with the people of Israel," end quote.
I started at UView right from the jump. From the first moment I got on campus. I knew I wanted to get involved with something that I could really stick with. And, this was always, I had done TV production in high school before I came here, so I had some familiarity with it. And I just, every moment, leading up to here, I knew I wanted to come right in here. Well, like Ryan mentioned, the defense really has been
So
Third day in a row.
Yeah.
They're
I don't
amazing.
know that
I'm
they're
not fazed
not
by it.
finishing.
Look at Ryan's little
It
German
feels like
boy
they
outfit.
played
Little
great
Dutch
40
boy.
minutes, but then
You really
they
did.
kinda just
You're so much more
die,
confident now.
or
Like,
they just
you look all scrunched up.
fall asleep. It's really not good.
When I first started UView, I started it my late-ish junior year. I'm a transfer student, so I never really started here as a freshman. I started here as a junior, and honestly, being here kind of opened up new opportunities for me and kind of learned a lot of new things about myself. I never had anything to do in my first college, so I was just stuck in my dorm room doing nothing. And so being here, having people bring me in with open arms, it kind of just opened a lot of things from that I didn't know about myself.
Thanks, guys. I'm currently at Point State Park, where behind me the water's flowing. There's a massive Christmas tree waiting to be lit up. Now tomorrow we're expected to have a high of 35 and a low of 25 with sun in the morning, and it's going to progress into clouds during the afternoon. Now we're also expected to break the record of the coldest temperature recorded for tomorrow, with the record to break is 12 degrees.
I feel like I have so many favorite memories of UView in general. Like there really is no like single bad experience I've had here. But I guess I have two. On the jury watching just the 2024 election show overall, because that was such a huge undertaking by me, Addison Deal, and Kellyanne Winder. And so to have that kind of final product was just such a huge relief, and it was so exciting to have that done. And then I'll also just generally pick out the moments between me, Grace Lawrence, and Nick Konopka in the P-Suite, working on NewsNight, kind of freaking out in our group chats. They very much took me under their wing, and it was so nice to be with people who were just as motivated to do this as I was, and to be mentored by people who were so smart, so amazing, and also funny. It was such a comforting experience.
Shout out funny people.
And I'll always remember that. It's very nice in my head.
I have so many good memories here at UView. My favorite memory has to be the election show I produced with Addison Deal and Ethan Lewinsky.
Again, our sameness continues.
That was my baby. Like, going back to how I wanted to start UView.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
When I was in high school, I wanted to start UView because I really wanted to be a part of the election shows, the special election shows that UView did. And it was my dream to even be a part, like a small part, camera operator, a reporter. And I got to be a producer, and I got to be nominated or a finalist for the Golden Quills, and it was a dream come true. Even though the results were not what I wanted them to be, I remember holding back tears being in that studio. I mean, we produced basically a 5-hour show, even though it was cut down a few hours. It's probably one of my greatest achievements I've ever had in my life.
Built that rundown.
My favorite UV memory is, honestly, I can't think of one specific moment, but any moment where we could not stop ourselves from laughing when we were on camera. And maybe I'm talking about just me, but I absolutely loved all of the times where we couldn't contain our joy. We couldn't contain how funny something was, even if it really wasn't that funny in the grand scheme of things. Breaking and laughing and just having a story to tell forever, like when Robert broke on weather and me and Alyssa couldn't hold it together for the live show. That's definitely up there.
Honestly, this is an official statement.
My favorite memory from UView is the very first Dale Awards. I walked in, for whatever reason I was late, and I walked in and everybody started singing happy birthday to me because it was my 19th birthday, I guess. And it was really cool because I was like, this is such an iconic moment. All the attention's on me. This is cool. And everyone was super sweet.
I mean, anytime I'm here is my favorite time, my favorite memory. But I guess one that always stands out to me is the presidential election show, just because it was so chaotic and the energy was genuinely insane. I don't think anyone knew what was going to happen or could have planned for that night. And I think just about everyone in the studio, and I know at least every anchor, had some plague. Everyone was dying. By the end of the night, no one looked alive. It just sticks out in my brain because I would replay that night over and over if I could.
So my favorite memory is a very popular memory at UView. It is one of my bloopers. So one of my favorite, one thing that I've really tried to work on and gain a portfolio in is weather forecasting and broadcast meteorology. And so I'd communicated with the producers of NewsNight during the spring of 2025, and I had communicated with them and was like, I want to gain some experience, and they had told me that during their live episodes, I was the person that could do weather. Every single time, it failed. And I thought it was funny because that entire semester I wasn't able to get anything usable for my portfolio, which nothing against them. It wasn't their fault. Mistakes happened. But I just thought it was funny. And during one of the specific shows, they had taken back to the anchor desk, and I had just finished up my report. Or my weather, my forecast, and I had been keyed out, the graphic played on top of me, everything had happened. I wouldn't want to say like annoyed, but I was really hoping that it was gonna work out really well. And in that moment, then once they switched the cameras, I thought that I was done on camera. They switched the camera, and it went back to me. And I like rolled my eyes, and everyone started dying laughing. And it cut right back, and you can see me stop and like jerk and look at the camera. And then it cuts right back to the desk, and I believe it was Alyssa and Jules that were anchoring that time.
Shout out.
And they both broke everyone. You can hear the laughter in the background from the crew members. It was one of the funniest moments. And it was just a moment that not only showcased that it's once again okay to make mistakes, but that we're going to learn from
I know. Keep it alive, guys.
Not making these big deals. And it's once again,
that lives.
even though it wasn't maybe my best time on camera, it was one of my favorite times because everyone just enjoyed, we all enjoyed it. It was a good laugh, and it just reminded us that we can give ourselves a little break. Showers will stick around in the morning, but as we head into Tuesday, we will be seeing the rain start to dissipate and some sun will start to peek through those Pittsburgh clouds. Now, I'm sending it back to the desk.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of NewsNight. If you want to see more, check out our social media pages on both Facebook and Instagram at UView Television. You can also check out more episodes on our YouTube channel or our website, uview.edu. I'm Juliana Brock. And I'm Melissa Mandarak. Everyone here at NewsNight, thank you for watching and have a great evening.
Favorite memory from UView? There's a lot.
So good.
My first time ever reporting, it was right at the end of my freshman year. That was a lot of fun. I kind of got, it was kind of a last second thing, but they just sideline needed a script filled. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. This could be fun. But also just like, really every show that I do has some sort of memory attached to it.
Probably the only memory I have is just the first time I was on camera doing weather for NewsNight. I was stuttering a lot and I messed up a lot, and it was snowing that day, and I really wanted to throw a snowball at people, but I didn't, and it turned out pretty okay. The B-roll was good. It was good.
It came out.
I say the best thing I learned at UView was just that I can be a leader, and I am able to get this group of people to be confident in themselves and produce great work and enjoy the work that they do. It's really fulfilling for me to be like, hey, reporter, hey, production person, you can do this thing. And then they do it, and they're excited about themselves. It makes me very, very happy and satisfied having that moment. It's one of my favorite things ever.
The best thing I learned in UView has to be everything. I came from an arts high school, so I didn't know much about broadcasting. I kind of picked this major just as a culmination of all my talents, leadership, video production, public speaking. I learned everything I knew about video production, editing, and so here at UView. I learned how to communicate with others. I learned how to be a better leader. I learned how to actually do my major. while the classes at Point Park did help me, you know, be a good broadcast reporter, UView is what really pushed me to make progress on my own instead of just following the curriculum. It pushed me to meet new professors, to be confident within my skills. It taught me how to be the person I am today, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
One of the best things that I have learned in UView, aside from the many skills behind the scenes, in front of the camera, it's definitely working with people. There are so many types of people that you will meet at UView, none bad, just all different, which is what makes this place so beautiful. One of the many things that does. And working with the people, learning how to collaborate, introduce new ideas, teach people things, learn things, and grow to places that you never thought that you were gonna be at. That is one of the best things. So working with people, it's one of the greatest things I've learned at UView.
The best thing I learned at UView is just to learn how to work in a very fast-paced environment. You have to make sure, in the broadcasting world, you have to make sure that all your ducks are in a row. You have to make sure that your stories are in on time and that they're accurate, and you don't have a lot of time. You got to make sure that they're right. And so I think just learning how to work in that type of environment is the best thing that I learned at UView.
Best thing I learned has been literally everything. UView literally taught me everything. I mean, you have your classes, but everything I learned here came from everyone else, the producers, the directors. It also taught me just a lot about being confident in yourself and knowing that you can do it, and how to be confident in yourself and to trust the camera, trust yourself.
I think the best thing I learned at UView would pretty much have to be everything I'm going to be using for my future career or my future intended career. As I've said, I want to do broadcast meteorology, but I also am very interested in multimedia journalism and lifestyle and entertainment culture journalism. And I have learned almost everything I have from UView. When I first started, I started at Entertainment on Point. I wanted to do, like I said, I want to do entertainment and life culture. And they showed me every single position my first semester. And it taught me everything. I learned how to do audio, so how to work with mics, what mics are, mic brands, just simple things like that. And I worked with teleprompter, what teleprompter is, how to write my script, how to format for teleprompter. I learned KeyPro, how to play, pause KeyPro, how to start it, stop it. So many little tasks, and one of the most important tasks that I learned was how to make a news package. As a multimedia journalist, your goal or your job is to make a package of full complete work or story, from editing to writing to production, all on your own. And through UView, I've gotten the opportunities to make these amazing packages, and I've gotten the opportunity to, most recently, I've won an award for one of my packages. Shout out Jake Bell, another senior. Thank you so much for your help. You did amazing. He was my videographer.
Shout out Jake Bell so much.
And it just gave me the ability to not only build my portfolio, but it gave me the ability to say I'm now an award-winning journalist through a big organization, a big broadcast education organization. And I wouldn't have been able to get there, have that opportunity, had it not been for UView. So I would just say my favorite thing, or the best thing I've learned here at UView, is just everything.
Man, this Robert guy.
The best thing I've learned is really just to generally step outside my comfort zone. You know, I've learned to write a lot. I've learned to write scripts a lot better. I was, you know,
actually written here.
I knew I enjoyed writing, but not as much before I came here.
Probably just being learning more about the TriCaster. I have been behind the audio board a lot. It just brought me back a lot of memories from my old jobs from my first college, and yeah, I mean just having the experience of learning with learning about the TriCaster, prompter, KeyPro, everything.
I mean, it has to be the thing I'm going to miss the most at UView is definitely the people. These are my best friends in the whole wide world, is every single person here. I can name person after person after person, just who has become such an integral part of my life that I'm really terrified, if I'm being honest, to lose them. And having the regular basis of joining them, being a part of them, It's a little scary to be without them, but I am so going to miss like being in the P-suite and yapping, getting random phone calls about like, Ethan, this thing is broken, please help us. As much as I may be annoyed, I'm so gonna miss that. More, not just the technical part, but the interaction with these people who have become so near and dear to my heart.
I'm going to miss two things. One, the opportunities. I think my time cut short, even though it was, beneficial towards me. I miss all the opportunities UVU and the school gave me. I feel like if you do follow those 4 years and beyond, you'll be able to like grab hold of everything that's thrown your way. Either if it's being a director for UVU or connecting with your professors and being an MC for Point Park University or doing social media for them, PR, or even just being like a reporter on all or some of the shows here. It helps build your portfolio and it helps uplift you and it gives you more years of experience, which you will need in the market now. I will also, I do currently miss the people here. They're what make UVU. I mean, Dale and everyone here, I've made the closest bonds I've ever made to anyone here at UVU. And that's the one thing I do miss about UVU so much. I basically only see 3 people a day, and I used to see like over 30, You're gonna miss those connections.
I'm going to miss the people the most. And I know everybody says that, but this is my home. And during my day, when I'm having a good day, when I'm having a bad day, I can't wait to come here and tell Dale about everything that happened. And I can't wait to hear about what's going on in everybody else's lives and tell them. And we laugh. And this place has been where I've given literal blood, sweat, and tears. And I couldn't imagine doing it anywhere else for my 4 years at college. So I'm gonna miss the people and the memories here the most.
The one thing that I'm gonna miss most about UVU is seeing my peers grow and succeed. When we were, of course, freshmen, we didn't know anything about this studio, and you look at the producers that we have now and they can run every single show without help, and I'm incredibly proud of them.
I'm gonna miss a lot of things here. I'm gonna miss, first and foremost, complaining to Dale. I love doing that. I'm gonna miss complaining about things that I willingly sign up for, and then, of course, all the stories that I write. In the end, I would write 1,000 stories if I could. But ultimately, I'm gonna miss just being here and everyone that is here.
This one, easy to me. I'm going to miss everyone the most, the people. I don't know. I'm going to get a little sloppy and call some out. Ava, Alyssa, you guys are the next generation of EOP. I'm going to miss you guys so much when I leave, and I'm going to miss the show so much. And everyone else at the show. Jules, you taught me almost everything too. Jules and Colleen and Ethan, you guys were the guides for me, and although we're graduating together, you guys had that experience, and you took me under your wing, and you taught me a lot. And to the freshmen and everyone that's just started showing up, you guys are, like I said, the future, and you've got a bright future. I am not nervous. I'm not scared. I know every single year nerves build up. It's just a refresh, so you never know what you're going to work with. And I know no matter the situation, you guys are going to rise to it, and I'm going to miss seeing that. I know you guys are going to blossom, and I got to be gone for that to happen. It's going to be your guys' turns to be here. But I'm going to miss that and miss all of you, and I can't wait to tune in and see how the show goes.
Definitely what I'm going to miss the most about being here is just the community. Getting to be with everybody. This is a really tight-knit group of people, and we always try to make fun out of every show, and the people is what makes UVU.
Everyone has said this at this point. It's going to be the people hanging out with Dale. It's going to be just feeling like I'm leaving something behind, I guess.
My advice to young UViewers, I feel like I had the same response for years, which was just to do. Like, I think looking from a pure work perspective, UView is this great opportunity to just do as much as you want and do anything you want. But I think now, in tandem with that, you also have to take in the moment, along with, because you're doing all these incredible things. But I think it's really important to sit back and just take a second to, you know, breathe and realize, oh my gosh, I'm hanging out with these really cool people. I'm at this really cool event. And I might not get a moment like this again for a long, long time. So I think along with doing, it's appreciating even the most mundane moments, I think, every single moment you have in the studio with these people.
My advice for young U viewers kind of connects to what I'll miss the most. Again, the opportunities. Take hold of every single opportunity that you have. It's no time to slack. I'm glad that when I, again, joined Point Park, I knew that I wanted to hit the ground running, and I did so. Every opportunity that came my way, I tried my best to be a part of. And honestly,
still running.
as someone who did it all, I wish I did more. You know, like, even though there's not enough time in the day, it's only 4 years here, so might as well go and grab every opportunity, no matter if you haven't done it before. This is the time to learn. And my advice, again, is appreciate the people around you. There are so many people here, my best friends here, that I don't see every day anymore. And when school ends, we're going to be states away, hopefully very successful and very rich, so they can fly me out to go see them in like New York or LA or something. But I miss being here.
Yes.
And I advise you to keep that in mind and make those memories and go out, you know? Because even though you think you're going to have a lot of time to do that after college, which you might, there's a chance you won't. So I say grab life, you know, have some guts, grab life by the guts. I couldn't say what I want. Keep pushing.
My advice for young U viewers, don't let this club die. This is a club built entirely on passion and
we all die after
determination.
Yes,
everybody here is so determined to learn and teach others. We all come back for not only the love of maybe being on camera or hitting buttons on the teleprompter, but we come back for the love of this place and what we share. This place is entirely built on passion, and don't let it die. It's been going for decades, based on people who absolutely love it. And
usually NewsNight's the depressing show, but
keep it going. You don't have to do everything. Just do
develop
one thing.
humor, dark humor from it.
Enough.
Advice for young U viewers, I would say, is stick with it. Through the years, I had taken on other roles outside of UView, and so I wasn't always here a lot. So my advice is just stick with it. There are going to be days where you're probably not going to feel like coming, but once you get here, of course, everybody knows it's a great experience. You're with your friends, which is the greatest part. So that's what
insane.
I would recommend to the younger
We'll forever live on the
U
UView
viewers.
YouTube channel now.
The advice that I have for anyone new to UView is don't be afraid to be scared. It's okay.
That's a good quote.
It's going to be the biggest tool. You have to use your fear to become stronger, and definitely don't bury it down deep inside. It's not a good idea. Let everyone see you're scared because they want to help you out and to make you the best person you possibly can be.
My advice would be to get involved, stay involved, continue being involved, and speak up anytime you are confused or you want to do something. A lot of the opportunities, I simply just went and asked. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do them, and a lot of the times it takes just reaching out and communicating. I got to build my experience and portfolio and just my knowledge on how to make packages and just working on them because like practice is really key when it comes to UView and building your experience. It's just repetition and learning little tricks and little things that will help you create a better end product. And without UView, without getting involved, I never would have had that, and I never would have been in the position I am and created the works that I'm creating and winning awards and stuff like that. So I would just say get involved, reach out. No stories stupid, no ideas dumb, no questions dumb. Trust me, I've probably said worse or something stupid, not stupid, or even, exactly. I've said something dumber. And so it's okay. we're going to make mistakes, and that's all right.
Advice I'd have for someone just coming into UView is give every show a shot.
Yes.
Just try anything you can. I know you may like one position and want to stick to it, but give everything a shot.
You need a lot of
You're
crew
gonna
for
have
sure.
fun
Yeah.
no matter what you do, and just find your community. And UView is definitely one.
Get involved. You don't know where that's going to take you, so just get involved.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
say hi to
UView,
people. They're obviously going to say hi back, and this club has really made me learn a lot about myself and a lot about just again, I never really. I just felt like I've been isolating myself a lot, and just being involved in this club really, brought me out of my shell, and it made me, open myself up to all these people and just have a great time.
Thanks for the last 4 years. Thanks for the memories. It's been one wild ride, and I'm sad to see the time go, but. Yeah.
To anyone out there who's still questioning, showing up, who's still weary, I get that. When I came into my first year of college, I was extremely anxious. I was extremely nervous. I changed my mind last minute. I was committed to a school all the way in San Jose, California. I was across the country.
Really?
I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And
yeah.
I was extremely nervous to come here. When I first started, I came with my best friend, who we are no longer close anymore. And my first year, it just didn't go the way I had really intended and hoped. I was on the fence of about not coming back to the university next year. My girlfriend and I both were on the fence about that decision.
Yeah.
And it works out. One thing I told myself is I'm gonna give it a shot. The things that I was involving myself with and the people that I was surrounding myself with, I realized were what was making my situation negative. They were what was bringing my experience down. And so I said, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get involved. I'm gonna outsource. I'm gonna go try something that I think I'm gonna love. And so, like I said in October, I came to UView. And ever since I stepped in the studio hallway, there's like doors, but the studio hallway, everyone has showed me kindness, love, compassion. Dale, we butted heads sometimes, but it's always in a positive way. You've helped me so many ways, from the way to just tying the cord down, or not tying it, wrapping the cord for floor directing. I will never forget that now, and showing people how to do that. And everyone involved here, they've had such a positive impact on my life, and I've made friendships and memories.
I've already shared mine.
And had so many experiences that I never would have had if I hadn't showed up, if I hadn't sent that email saying, hey, can I come? Do you guys need any help with anything? And I wouldn't be here sitting here in the position I am with the experience I have.
Emailing, though, is
and
like
I would just say to anyone to show up. You never know.
I think you and I just showed up.
Situations can start out bad, and you can think that it's going to stay bad. But the light will always come through, and I don't want to sound too metaphorical, but it will get better. And
It was a daybreak meeting.
I don't want to say you need to stick in there, but just if you come here, you're always going to have an outlet. You're going to have your people that you can talk to. Everyone here is going to talk to you. One thing I love is that there's like no cliques. There's no like groups. You talk to someone, they'll include you in the conversation.
You should be a reporter,
and
I think.
with the community that we have here. And
that good weather voice.
I'm going to miss it. And I think everyone should use it and take advantage of it. I'm very glad that I did.
I just want to say thank you to all the people who already did graduate for taking me under your wing and teaching me everything I know.
The way you deliver it, though, every time.
Thank you to everyone here at UView who allowed me to be your friend and for giving me a place to feel comfortable and safe. Especially Jules, thank you for being the best friend I could possibly have and for making me feel sane pretty much every day of my life. And especially you, Kalyan. Thank you for being a fantastic roommate, an amazing, amazing best friend, and for being my family.
This is the place where you make your friends.
Leslie.
So don't take it for granted. It flies by super, super quickly. I still remember the interest meeting like it was yesterday, and here we are graduating.
Literally how
so this is where I made all my friends. Every time I came back to UView, I was always welcomed with open arms, and I'm forever grateful for everybody here. It was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't want to spend the past 4 years anywhere else.
I love UView. I love every single person here, and I love the studio, and I don't know what my life is gonna look like not being here anymore, but I love what it's giving me, so thank you.
I feel like I peaked in college.
You did not. You did not peak in college.
That's all I'm gonna add.
I am so appreciative of every single
that's it.
person who has been willing to teach me things. If I'm just name dropping people like Zoe Vitelli, I pretty much just wanted to be her my freshman year. She was the station manager my freshman year and producer of NewsNight. And I very distinctly remember being like, I want to just be her. By that time I'm a senior, and literally besides that being station manager, which I'm actually kind of glad I don't have that position, I was producing NewsNight. I helped lead UView and all its reporters, and I very much feel like I've fulfilled that. And then on top of that, gosh, Grace Lawrence, Nick Konopka, Addison Deal, every single reporter besides that, and so I am so thankful that they've taken the time to help me in my life, and I really hope that I can leave the same kind of legacy that they left for me to the underclassmen.
Oh my gosh, Bree,
Yes.
I can't believe you're graduating, girl. This is crazy. I mean, I've known you since my first semester here at Point Park.
I think there were
We
two
had
separate ones, though.
media literacy together, and it was it was kind of whack.
Who was
But
teaching you?
that's besides the point. Is that inappropriate to say? I'm so sorry. But yeah, you've just been you've been like there every step of the
Iconic
way
Point
when it
Park
comes to
goal.
like my college journey so far,
Yes.
and I'm gonna miss you, girl. You're the Don Julio. Don't ever forget it. You're the baddest. Like bow, like bust down. Like we love you. Bring cup. And never forget it.
Durzo, thank you so much for all you've done for UView and especially for NewsNight. When you are able to write readers and they're well written and also you get them in on time, and also when you're here, especially doing behind the scenes stuff, you're always really great at what you're doing behind the scenes. And I know you have a bright future ahead. And again, thank you so much, Durzo.
Leslie, it has been amazing getting to know you this year. I think you are an amazing woman. You're an amazing reporter. You're going places, girl. And being silly with you in the evenings, doing our rundown has been wonderful. I think you're so funny. You're so fun to be around. And I'm going to miss you so much. And I believe in you, girl.
So I met Isaac through doing UView, I believe my freshman year. And I kind of know him as someone who is very dependable. Like my freshman year, he was around, and every year since then, he's always been around, willing to do any job, whether that's on air, behind the scenes. And he's always been a person who I just really hope succeeds. And now seeing him do his internship with the Penguins is awesome to see. He's kind of working his way up. And I just see him as super dependable, like sideline every week whenever we have open space and we need someone to come on last minute. He's always super willing, and he's just really just willing to do whatever needed, and we really appreciate it, and we wish you the best.
Hi, Jules. Thank you so much for all you do. We are so lucky and grateful to have you as our UView station manager, and we will miss you so, so much. I've loved getting to know you this year, and getting closer with you has been one of my biggest blessings, and I'm going to miss you so, so much. And I know that you're going to do amazing things out in the world. Love you, girl.
Hi, Robert. I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you on behalf of myself, Ava, and all of UView for everything that you have contributed. You have taught us so much, and it will take so much adjusting to get used to the absence of your huge personality. And I just really wanted to say that you are one of the most talented, most dedicated, and smartest people that I've ever met. You are bound for incredible things, and I am so excited to be able to tune in and stay tuned on everything you do in the future. And it's just hitting me that you're graduating in only a couple of weeks, and in a couple of weeks you won't just be a street away, and we can't just hang out until 4 a.m. talking about absolute nonsense and being the most annoying people in the room. So I'm just gonna enjoy it while we can. We're gonna have so much fun, and just really take in the end of this year. And we love you so much, Robert.
Hi, Ethan. I'm really going to miss you now that you're graduating, but I'll be able to pass by you every day when we build your statue with Dale's statue at the University Center. I'll do the funding. Can't afford it. Maybe one day it will happen. Me and Angela will pitch in together. Anytime I struggle, I'll think to myself, what would Ethan do? And I'll figure it out thanks to your guidance. And I don't know what UVU is going to be without you.
Kay, thank you so much for everything. I have really missed you this semester, especially just sitting in a Peace Week, going on rants about things. Also, just your guidance and your lessons that you've taught me all throughout Newsnight. And I really appreciate you. I miss you so much, and thank you for everything.
Oh, you scared me a little bit there, boy. No, I just wanted to thank all the seniors that participated in UVU shows from freshman year all the way up to senior year. Let me tell you, I'm gonna miss you guys. All the information, all the fun stuff that you guys did, and I was just a cog in whatever you guys do. I'm gonna miss you all. Right now, I'm gonna miss you a lot more than what you think, because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I just want you guys to remember that UVU and Point Park is one, and you guys did everything that college kids should do. You had fun, you didn't have fun, you hated teachers, you liked teachers. But I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm glad I was there to work with you. Take care.
I'm sick.
Yay, get our incredible reporters here who have done so much for UVU in general. Jake, thank you. Becca, thank you. Does anyone want to say anything about Newsnight UVU? The last senior episode of this week.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. I'm not just trying to pay. I'm just trying to look. I don't know. Well, it's because it's harder to crane my neck all the way to Anthony or Isaac, I guess.
So proud of our crew.
Yes. Shout out our crew.
Shout out our crew. Shout out underclassmen. Shout out our new producers.
Yes.
We couldn't have done it without you guys, and I hope you cry for us.
Shout out the old producers too.
Shout out the old producers.
Yes, literally.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I'm including you guys in that.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess that makes sense.
Shout out Dale.
Shout out Dale. Yes, we love Dale. Literally, UVU would not be UVU without Dale.
No. He holds
Something
the place up.
literally. I don't know. Do I have any final words? Oh, would you ask me?
I don't know. I'm just incredibly proud of everybody.
Yes.
Seeing the growth that everyone has experienced here has been incredible to witness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And so now I have to sign off for my last time at Newsnight. Thank you so much for an amazing semester of Newsnight. If you want to see more, check out our social media pages on both TikTok and Instagram at UVU Television. We got great work over there. You can also check out more episodes on our YouTube channel or our website, uview.pointpark.edu.
I'm Jake Bell.
I'm Becca Trelick.
I'm Brianne Cup.
I'm Isaac Graves.
I'm Robert Fornatero.
I'm Leslie Krebs.
I'm Anthony Durslow.
I'm Juliana Brock.
I'm Collyanne Winder.
And I'm Ethan Rowinski. From everyone here at Newsnight, thank you for watching, and have a great evening.